Welcome. This is Melinda Barlow, CZT, Certified Zentangle Teacher, and I am over the moon with this tangle from Zentangle headquarters, Molly Hollibaugh. It's called Ratoon, and I have gone absolutely crazy. I call it a seed tangle. I believe that that's what Rick and Marie call it. It's tangles that inspire you to go out and do more tangles and use them in different ways. And this tangle for me, I just went crazy with. This is the original tangle right here. This is what you get. And I just started when the first one I did was this one, and I got a little muka with it, had fun with muka. Then I did a little bit more muka with it, and then I thought, couldn't I do it in a line like this? So I did it in a line like this, and then I thought, how can I add more stuff to it? I added just some more little tangles with it. Of course, I added circles. I have to have circles, and then I added more shading and a little fescue, and just had fun with this tangle. It's brand new. It's been released to CZTs, but so I am doing this ahead of time, and then as soon as it's released from Zentangle headquarters, then I will release this one that I'm making. I just noticed that my mic was not plugged in, so I just plugged in my mic. We hope that it doesn't make a big difference, or maybe it does make a big difference. We're going to find out. So I am going to do Ratoon on two different things. I'm going to do it on a white bookmark, and then I'm going to do it on a little round tile also, because I like these. They're like bijou tiles, but they're round instead. So first I'm going to do it on the round tiles, so you get the original Ratoon, how Molly Hollibaugh did it. So we're going to come in on our little tiny circle so you can see it. And we're going to start with, I'm just going to draw a little circle in the center. My first one, I drew quite a big circle in the center because the step outs just showed it kind of a bigger circle, I thought. And I really didn't like the great big circle. So then we're going to do kind of a seed shape like this. And I like to do mine on both sides because it just helps me get 6. I need to put 6 in here, but if I put 1 here and 1 here, then I can kind of gauge my other 2 so they go in between. And then I can gauge that these go across from each other. And that makes that little flower looking portion of this tangle more together. I can see that it's not exactly in the center, but that's okay. Now we're going to come out, and I go about 3/4 of an inch out from the middle of here and make another seed. So from the middle, and I have to admit that this particular little shape has always been difficult for me. You can see I have more of a little pointy flower there, and these are more rice kernel. This particular shape's just kind of hard for me, but it's important that we use this shape to begin with so you can see the idea. Now we're going to take and we're going to echo around this shape and then up to the point. My line's a little wiggly. If I go slow, I get wiggle. Or you can come from this one around and down. It all depends on which is easier for you to do. But you want to come from that point around and down in the center. So now you have lines all the way around. Now we're going to take a line and we're going to come from this point up, echoing, and back around. So from this point up and around. And you want to try to keep your lines as equal as possible. All the way around. And now we're going to draw the second part. And see this line that runs right here on the outside? You're going to echo that line across so it looks like it comes to the same side as that point. And then we're going to echo it, and it's going to come down. If there's room, it can come right down in there, but I didn't leave very much room. So that line right there, come over where that line is, then down in. You can see I left a little bit more room there. And you just work your way around the circle. And voila, is that not just beautiful? And I like to color in these shapes right here. I think it helps me have the drama that I always need in my tangle. And you could just leave this tangle just like this. It's a beautiful tangle. Add a little shading and away you go. But you could embellish it any way you wanted. I'm going to just draw that one. It had a few little lines in it. And then again, fill in this part. And you just get that drama that you need in your tangle. So you've got the black, the white, and then you can shade. Ooh, one more. And then you could shade it. Now, to achieve this look, we're going to use a bookmark. And I'm going to use a different shape, one that's a little easier for me to control. And this shape is going to be a little teardrop shape. So I'm putting one on this side, and then I'm going to put one on this side, and I want the point coming to the center. And I'm going to alternate them going down my bookmark or my line of wherever I want. So I've got them all the way down. Now I'm going to do the same thing that I did on this. We're going to outline. So let me see if I can come in just a tiny bit. So we're going to start down here around this little shape, and we're going to come around it and then up to that point. Then we're going to go to the next one, around it and up to that point. And you have one just sitting right here. Don't worry about it. It's going to be involved in a little while. Now we're going to come back, and we're going to come from that point up and around. From this point up and around. And we just continue this. And again, I almost draw on that, but we don't have to worry. We're going to add it in. Now we're coming back, and we're going to do this second step. And remember, it's that outside line comes down and then meets. So it's like that inside line. Then we're going to echo it and come around and meet that line. So we're going to repeat it here. This line comes down and around and meet. And we just work our way down our bookmark or a border if you're working on a large piece, and a border. Now we're going to add this one. So we come down here, we meet the top, we're going to come down and around and stop right there. So that's how we added that one in. Now you say, wait, that's not what this one looks like. We have all these others. So now we're going to come back and we're going to draw our teardrop shape in between these two. And I find it important that you do it in this step. Don't try to draw all your teardrop shapes and then think I'm going to skip one. And I find that it's just a little harder on the brain. So now we're going to do the same thing we did before. We're going to start with this one. We're going to come around, do the Hollibaugh effect, and come up and meet. Going under. Now we come back to the beginning, start at that point, and go up and around. And now we're ready to come back and do the second one, the outside line. But we have to remember we have to go underneath to that point, then come back and draw our second line, and it goes right underneath. So we can come back to this one, and we're going to, no, I'm going to come back and get that one later. So we'll just go on because it's a little trick to it. And here we're just at the end. We're just going to come like this and meet up so that our line kind of looks like it goes around each other. So we're going to come, and I'm going to come around here on this end, and then I'm going to come up and around. This one's going to come down. I don't think whoa, I kind of messed that one up, didn't I? Did it a little wide. Well, we're going to just keep going because there's no mistake in Zentangle, only opportunities. So we are going to go ahead and we can just embellish this one. I filled in all the little dark parts, and then I decided I would put some little caps on. So I'm just going to go ahead and put the little caps on this. Just a little cap. And that was my embellishment. I think you could probably find lots of ways to embellish this particular tangle. It is fun to do and has just so many possibilities that I think you will just enjoy this tangle. There it is. Ratoon by Molly Hollibaugh. And have fun with it. Enjoy. I fell in love with the way it worked. So I think you will too. Even when you make little mistakes, you just keep going because there's no mistake in Zentangle, only opportunity. And most of the time when you make a little bauble, you can, or error or mistake, you can fix it by camouflaging it with something. Thanks again for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. There's new videos on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. And you don't want to miss one, so hit that subscribe button. Also, like this video, or I enjoy doing them. I do them for fun. And I enjoy tangling, and I want to help spread it through the world. Thanks again, and have a great day.